Greetings, ladies and metal gents, and welcome to Slate's edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called Zaphod Explains Subspace, Hyperspace, and Alls? At the restaurant at the edge of the proving grounds, the human test pilots and engineers, and the strange alien odd boy nicknamed Zaphod Beeblebrox, because he had 2 heads and 3 arms, were chilling out after a long day of work. The second-tier technological species, the Tron, tested some kind of new cloaking device.
Lame, Zaphod yawned. I mean, what were they even trying to prove?
Well, I thought it was pretty amazing to watch, Jaeger, Chuck, test pilot, said. What was that? It looked like a Romulan cloaking device. It actually did. When the Tron testbed, and ironically named Tron 1, they were kind of weird. Those cyborgs engaged the whatever it was. They shimmered and turned kind of transparent and faded away, just like in Star Trek movies. It promptly reappeared, on fire and crumpled a bit. Just a typical day in the proving grounds.
Cloaking device? Pshaw! They weren't trying to do that. That was just a side effect of them failing to enter subspace fully.
The bartender and engineer shot glances at each other. Was this another thing? Subspace? Is that some kind of faster-than-light radio?
Ha ha ha! Get your nose out of the 90s television archives already. No, subspace is what's below.
All the humans looked around at each other. None had heard of that word before.
Below? What does that mean? Why, it's...
Zaphod's eyes narrowed as he realized he was about to say something rather secret. Were these humans playing at something here? Fortunately, Jaeger's practiced face of innocence interest held out long enough.
Really, I shouldn't be talking about that.
Ding, 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 ding. A loud bell rang out from the bar. Many humans arose in a cheer and started clapping each other on the back, rushing towards the bar.
What's going on?
Zaphod asked, intrigued. Wait here, I'll go find out. Jaeger returned, was shortly holding 3 blasters and 3 mugs of beer and a giant grin. Great news, Zaphod. Happy hour. Free blasters, all you can drink.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
Several hours later, Zaphod was sitting in his special-made chair, head slumped to his chest. He started to speak, almost as if picking up a conversation from before.
The thing is, subspace is kinda like a thick liquid. Oh, like a deep ocean below, and hey, why the music stopped?
The bar had suddenly gone quiet. Oh, you know, buddy, the jukebox always breaks down. Zaphod's eyes crossed in opposite ways in each head as he tried to focus on Jaeger.
Fly around in hot rods near the speed of light, but what you cannot keep a music box working.
Oh, Zaphod was getting derailed.
At your current tech level, the audio file compression and recovery should be so trivial that...
Jaeger knew his game well, but Zaphod, I just don't see how messing up something can make a ship vanish like that. Zaphod's forehead crinkled in concentration.
Yeah, kiddo, that's pretty cool, all right. See, they just went below a little bit, down, sort of, in the 4th dimension.
You mean time?
No, humans are still clinging to time. No, kiddo, I meant the 4th spatial dimension. You know, up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards, above, below. The 4 spatial axes. Well, unless you also include the #INI-OUTI axis. But come on, we have to stay within reason a little bit.
Zaphod, buddy, I can only point in 3 dimensions. There ain't no 4th or 5th.
No, okay, fine. I'll prove it. I'll point to it.
He extended out his pointing finger. It was unlike the rest of his fingers. It was on his 3rd arm, and it had 10 knuckle joints. It was best not to think or focus on that too much. He started pointing in different directions, mumbling to himself.
Let's see, was it This way? No. That way? No. How about this way? And his finger disappeared. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ouch. His finger popped back into view, and Zaphod waved it around like it was dripping lava or something. I really should have worn gloves. Oh, that was stupid. You know, I think I might be drunk. All of the many cameras pointed at every angle at Zaphod's special chair. Humans were so nice to make it just for him, weren't they? Captured what had happened. Zaphod's finger just didn't poof disappear. Rather, it sort of folded inwards on itself a bit, like envision pressing your hand into a wet sand. And as the sand seeps over your fingers, it pinches off and your fingers disappear. Only it wasn't sand. It was the air and space non-time around it. Zaphod's finger just seeped over as it pointed below. Yeah, it's that way. That was amazing, Jaeger stammered. You can be a magician and just hide things in some pocket dimension whenever. Whoa, Buster. Oh, you cannot make a pocket blow to hold things. That's just stupid. Well, I mean, you're free to try, so long as I get to watch. But I don't see why not. Below is deep. Some say bottomless. Third space no time is like the surface of an ocean. Gravity wells mere dimples. The surface, all of that depth has a sort of pressure stacked up against the fabric of our common reality. Below is just too strong. And I guess that's a good thing. If our reality is floating on it, that pressure would just, for lack of a better term, just flump any pocket up out of it. Any trunch up too, if they don't know what they are doing. Exactly. His head drooped as he chuckled faintly to himself as he dozed off. Someone elbowed Jaeger. He jumped and asked with more than a little fear, You said below was deep. What do you mean by that exactly? How deep? And how do you know? Zaphod did something he never did before. He started talking in his sleep. Tests. Long ago's soundings, gravitatic impulses, and measured the return ripple echoes was unimaginably deep. Deeper than the universe is wide, and there were things moving down there, deep in the below. Titanic, galaxy-sized things. Alls. The alls? One of the nearby engineers shouted in sudden recognition. You mean like it is very squishy to smell you? Those words jolted Zaphod awake, clearly shaken. What? Who? Where? Who said that? The engineer stepped forward. Just a game, Zaphod. An old 1990s-era video game called Star Control 2. There were these goofy aliens called Alls who, yeah, come to think of it, they did say that they came from the below to our smooth space. Zaphod may have actually shuddered. Kid, it is never a good time to be hearing those words. It was just a game. Here, I'll pull it out of the archive. Oh, and one. Yes, Gary, I do still have a copy and do still play it from time to time. Who's laughing now, though? Zaphod spent several hours intently playing Star Control 2 on his tablet, taking notes with his free hand. He had an odd fascination with the Alls race in the game. Yes, many tiny bubbles. That checks out. Many fingers. Only Alls is also. How fascinating. Oh, hey, Jaeger. The test pilot was asleep. This night had taken a boring turn. He woke up with a start. Yeah, buddy? You okay? You win? This is very strange, Jaeger. The Alls in this old game, the game got them right. I cannot imagine how. Was there some communication somehow back then? I shudder to think so. The graphics of the game Alls were thankfully childish. The truth is far more terrifying. Truth? The Alls, Jaeger. They are these titanic, galaxy-sized things deep in the below. They are ancient, older than the universe and vastly powerful. Or was another term you humans have linked to them? Yeah, well, I was playing with one head. The other head was trawling your old internet way back archives. What was it? Oh, yeah, not dead, but dreaming, yeah. The Alls are considered, buddy, and they are very, very real. You gotta be messing with me. No, it's real. The Alls come to the surface from time to time and reach through to our reality the same way I reached into theirs a while ago. Sometimes they communicate. Mostly they resent life. Us, merely living. Like in that movie Evil Dead 2. That got it terrifyingly close as well. They resent the life the trees that made up the roof beams enjoyed before being chopped down, and reach through that memory to the ghost of the sound of rustling leaves in the wind. They reach through the deer head on the wall to the ghostly thundering hooves, too. That's how they can push into our reality. These are the things that Alls have an unholy craving for. To live, it's all they've ever wanted. But I denied. The cute little critters in that old video game were nothing like the reality. They call themselves Many Fingers, but only Alls, because they are the many tentacles of a single creature the size of a galaxy, poking through. By the way, they see us as many tiny bubbles because they can smell our individual body cells, each one a little bubble of water. To Alls, we really do look like walking, talking soap bubble piles. And we are about as sturdy as a soap bubble suds compared to them. So it's a fitting description. This is all forbidden knowledge, though, kiddo. Let's just never speak of this again. I need another drink after that. Barkeep, another, what do you call it? A pan-galactic goggle blaster. Yes, please. Oh, boy, I need it after this. A while later, Zaphod nudged Jaeger with his pointing finger. Hey, Jaeger, my boy. Why so glum? Jaeger was still in shock, thinking of titanic whale monsters poking into reality from deep oceans below. You said that we can't talk about that anymore. Zaphod, confused. What, the jukebox? Buddy, I was only kidding about that. Come on, you look like something is still confusing you. Jaeger did recall something from before. You said the fourth axis was also an above. What is above? Zaphod snorted. Not much. Oh, come on, it's got to be something. No, really, not much at all. Oh, it's hyperspace, kid. And it's like, how do I explain it? It's like 1 millimeter for every single place in the universe, all at once. And it's a single point, and it's the same point, equidistant from every single location in the universe. But then, all the nonsense about, can't do it anywhere near a planet stuff. Kid, those just make the hop more complicated. Why roll the dice like that? So, in smooth space, yeah, that's what they shall not be named called it too. Take a hop above at the correct angle. Make sure you miss the central point. Don't ask. And then fall back down at a very specific different location. It's pretty much teleportation, but really is just a literal shortcut from anywhere to anywhere. Now, there are things I'm not going to tell you about hyperspace jumps, like how to do it and how the arc trajectory physics work above. I'm not that drunk, Buster. A wise robot once said, if I told you, you would only try and do something stupid with it. End of story.
Atharia, 050 Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.